Hello again folks on YouTube. Welcome to the review of Zenfone 4. This device is made by Asus and has made quite a big achievement because it is packing quite a lot of features in a very small price. For instance, I get it here for around $100. 100, yes, I mean literally just $100. It is very cheap phone for what it is, and it's packing 1 GB of RAM and Intel Atom processor, dual core, but it got hyper threading, so essentially it got 4 cores, which is really nice for a $100 phone. So let's jump in and unbox this piece of beauty. Look at this. This is the color solar yellow, which I think it looks pretty nice, and the design of the phone itself is very handsome. It's like the Nokia Lumia yellow, which is quite nice. Let's take a look at the rest of the content of the box. Got the warranty and user manual, just skip through that, don't really need that. Instruction how to open the back door, which is actually very tight, so if you're buying this phone, be sure to not get the back cover too often because it might damage it and it might get loose. And for the micro SIM, this is the charger, your charger and USB lead, standard Euro plug. And let's get that aside. Let's take a look at this. It got a 5 megapixel master camera, crispy clear day shots, and it has been confirmed, yes, it is pretty clear. And for this kind of price, it's very hard to get a Gorilla Glass 3, and this device has it, which is, I think, is a very good value. Brand new Zen UI. It's the name of the interface. It looks very good. In here on the left side we got the microUSB adapter. At the top we got 3.5mm headset jack. At the front we got the front facing camera. It's VGA, the earpiece, and there is proximity sensor. There is no ambient light sensor, which is quite a shame, but it doesn't really matter though. Your back, home and recent apps key, your microphone, there's the volume button and power button. In the back we got 5 megapixel pixel master camera. Got this speaker hole. Unfortunately there is no secondary microphone for noise cancellation, but that's alright. Funny thing is, the Asus logo on the yellow one is slightly pinkish, slightly pink or purple, not quite sure, but here you can see it like there. There's the engraving of Intel inside and Zenfone. Nice. Let's turn it on. As you can see here, there is quite a nice lock screen with 3 shortcuts to camera. Camera itself is pretty nice. It got autofocus as well, and got lots and lots of settings. It's just like, wow, it's very feature packed, just really rare to see in this kind of price bracket. And there's lots of features here: time rewind, HDR, panorama, night mode, selfie, so you can use the selfie using the back camera, but you determine how many faces you wanted to capture and it will search for it and will count down to capture. And there's a miniature, depth of field, smart remove, all smiles, beautification, GIF animation. It's very feature packed. I mean, not even phones like twice as expensive like this have this kind of feature. Yeah. And oh yeah, for the video, it supports full HD. Wow, it is full HD. See, full HD. Well, right now I'm just using full HD, so it didn't really use up all of my memory. Let's see here. Optimizing. And there you go. Nice, crisp, even on pretty much a low light situation, which is really good. And now we are looking at the screen. The screen itself is 4 inches diagonally, and it is 480 by 800 pixels. Pixel density is pretty good, although you can still see the pixels, but well, you can really complain about this kind of price. And the technology itself is still a regular LCD. Viewing angle is still pretty good, although yes, if you tilt it too much, the color will be distorted and contrast will be pretty much becoming wrong. But overall, when you're looking at this heads on, it looks really nice, even side to side, which is really nice. This is your notification panel. Just looks like a Galaxy S5, the newest TouchWiz. Circle, pretty much circles, yeah. Your brightness slider, pretty much neatly embedded here, because you don't have ambient light sensor, so you have to manually adjust this. There is a dedicated cleaner, so you don't really need the app like the app cleaner or the Clean Master, for instance. So let's take a look into the Zen UI. It looks pretty much stock, like the stock Android, but just really subtle enhancements. Like, I really like the notification panel because it looks very clean, it looks very modern, it's very nice. There is the settings, lots of settings about, and it is currently running 4.3 Jelly, but there is an update for KitKat, but it is still scheduled. We don't know when, but it's good to have. There is, yes, this is a dual SIM phone, which is really good if you've got another SIM. Display, there's screen sharing, yeah, it does support Miracast, as you can see there. Ooh. Okay, there is also a power management for a battery, and also note that this device is the one with 1600 mAh battery, which is really good because the first batch is having 1200 mAh battery, which is pretty damn small for today's standard, but you get two. In with this you get only one, which is quite a shame because you paid just an extra more. But the battery usage is pretty good, I would say, for 1600 mAh, although I am expecting a little bit more, but it's pretty much standard. I'm using it pretty hard yesterday for quite a lot, and I managed to get 3.5 hours of very hard usage, pretty much just updating the phone and internet all the way, gaming and updating, pretty much using it non-stop, and I get 3.5 hours of screen on time, which is okay, I would say. I don't know about the 1200 mAh will go, but For this kind of price and this kind of battery, I think it is pretty much okay, but going to have to get the charger with you if you're doing quite a lot of things. Okay, there is also this thing, audio enhancement, so it does change your music slightly according to the modes, but I find it to be pretty much, well, it's pretty subtle, not really changed that much. Okay, the browser, this is the stock browser, looks like Chrome, but just a little bit different in terms of the interface, but pretty much the same. There is also Chrome is pre-installed, so it's nice to have. Calculator, it is, well, standard Android, but there's already an decrease here, delete and clear history, but that's about it. You don't really get more, you just only get those features. Calendar looks very clean. I love that it got like some sort of tinted status bar you get in exposed, which is really nice. I really like it because it makes the device, the screen, a little bit bigger because there's the continuity in colors. Very nice looking. New event is pretty much standard, but reskin to look even more appealing for me. Camera, yeah, clock, just standard, just a little bit more eye candy, I would say. It's pretty good. And your timer as well. Start, reset that. Also there is do it later. This is pretty good. So if you are procrastinators like me, so let's say I am opening this thing, this web page. The web page for it is loading pretty nice because considering it got a 1 gigabyte of RAM. What you can do is click this menu button and press read later. It will snapshot it, so when you just yada finishing your homework or something like that, check it, do it later, and there you go. You can edit the task, make it more urgent, or if you want to read it now, read it, and it says task completed. So if you come back to do it later, it's gone because you have already read it. It's really nice. It also got a built-in file manager. It does support USB OTG, but I haven't got the OTG cable, so can't really demo it, but it does work, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice looking. Overall, really liking this Zen UI interface. Really clean, really nice. Just simple. Keep it simple and I'm sold, pretty much, yeah. Messaging, pretty much standard really. Mirror, there's music. Music is pretty much bare bones standard, just this kind of interface. Very simple equalizer, standard equalizer. Well, sound quality is pretty good. Let's try to play it. It is pretty loud for what it is. Yeah, it is pretty damn good for what it is, so quite like it. It's your dialer. Looks just pretty much standard dialer really. Contacts, groups, etc. And there's some feature like party link. Party link is pretty much sharing between your, if for instance I got another Zenfone here, I can share what I got. For instance, like in camera, I'm sharing this so the other phone with the same party link can see what I'm doing, which is pretty damn cool. But well, I think it does require another app like this, party link, but I don't know if you could get it outside the Zenfone, Asus Zenfone. I don't know, might gonna have to research it soon. There's the power saver mode, as I seen. As what's seen, you could see what is consuming battery and what not. Setup wizard, share link, the same. So share link is sharing. It sent it like using a tethering, so it's using Wi-Fi to do that, but it doesn't use the Wi-Fi router. But instead, if you are receiving, you becoming the tetherer. This is really nice if you wanted to share quite large files. Sound recorder, very much standard, very simplified. There's Asus Splendid as well. There's a display calibration, so if you want it a little bit warmer, you could set it a little bit warmer. If you wanted to set it a little bit colder, you can set it like that, but I'm just leaving it in neutral. And there's a vivid mode, which makes the color looks a little bit saturated, but I quite like it, which is really nice. There's enhancement. You could set the hue to be a little bit goes that, or a little bit red, etc. Saturation, make the red more saturated or less, like that. It is really nice for a display calibration. Yeah, it's sort of like the white balance in Sony Xperia smartphones, but this is just much more better because you can select quite a lot more settings and to your own perspective. If I wanted the vivid mode, that's alright. See, it looks really nice. So, well, there you have it. This is my review of the Asus Zenfone 4. Be sure to tune in, maybe I got another review. In fact, that probably reviewing about this thing. Okay, peace out.